Hi guys, welcome to another coffee break video here on our channel, Bit by Bit. This week we're talking about the fact that we haven't been playing a lot of video games lately and sort of discussing why that is and what our next steps are, because it feels very unnatural. So, Janet, do you want to go ahead and start off by explaining why you haven't been playing video games lately?
Yeah.
And then I'll go into mine.
And I feel like in general, and I've mentioned this on the channel before, that I'm not that great of a gamer and I don't play that many games. In comparison to like other people that are in the field that like write for big cultures and things. They play way more games than I do. And like every week I have like this like weird reminder, and that's what I like about being part of the community, because I have these reminders that I'm not gaming when I'm not. So, you know, Melissa posted the "What are you playing?" thing that we've been posting on the Big Cultures Twitter, and I did Bigcast, and they're like, "So what's everyone playing?" And I'm like, you know, it kind of felt like when, like, you don't have your, it's like, so how's the project coming along? Like, how far are you in your paper? And I'm like, I think, like, I know what it's like, not that I don't, you know, it's like we're just making up these fluff answers and excuses. So for me, I haven't been playing games a lot because I started working at my job and I teach, so it's been pretty encompassing, because, like, you have your hours that you work, and then you have time to plan, and then I don't have a car, so, like, I wake up pretty early. I wake up at, like, 5. So, like, to get good sleep, you gotta go to sleep, like, 10:30. So by the time I get home, and, like, I haven't also been working out either. So I'm, like, deteriorating. I'm, like, not fit, and I'm not a nerd. I'm just not anything anymore. It's really sad. So I haven't really been playing anything for that reason. Though something before I get to, like, your end of why you haven't been playing things, I did get a PS4, though, because some money stuff lined up, and I'm like, you know, I should just get it now. And I was kind of maybe hoping that could, like, be a big push to play some things, but that hasn't really happened yet either. I have Bloodborne, and it's sitting in its wrapping. I haven't opened it yet. I was also told I probably won't like that game, but I was told after I was recommended to buy it, so I don't know why they did this. Okay, but I also have No Man's Sky, and I've played a couple hours of that, and we can talk a little bit more about that later. But, like, for that game, I have put in a few hours, but, like, since it's not, like, the save points are, like, not super frequent, so I kind of feel like I don't really want to be playing that game much anymore, because it takes, like, a good amount of time. I don't really, like, personally, I don't feel fulfilled by it. So I'm like, well, maybe with, like, I have such a limited time to game, I don't think I want to pour my hours into that. And then Pokemon, I'm working on Pokemon, not X and Y, the one before that. What's the
Sapphire or Ruby?
The one after that. Wait, no, that is X and Y, right? Because the new one's Sun and Moon. Right. Yeah. So I'm working on X and Y, but I've, like, haven't touched that in forever. So I'm just, like, sitting here, and I'm like, I guess I'm not playing anything. And that's my story of not playing anything.
Yeah, so I also have a story of not playing anything lately. So as I mentioned in the last video we had, I just moved out to Chicago, but I'm sort of, like, staying on my friend's couch and, like, finding an apartment, and we think we have one, but we have to wait till we can move in, you know, all that crazy stuff, and it's kind of annoying. And so pretty much all summer, but continuing now, most of my, like, gaming consoles and hardware and that kind of stuff has been with my roommate's family, since we, like, co-own a lot of our consoles, and I lived far away from the Midwest, so I couldn't take them on the plane. It's, like, a long story, but I don't have them, so I haven't had them most of the summer. So I've mostly been having to do stuff, like, on my computer, which is really not a good computer, and on my handheld. I have a new Nintendo 3DS. So basically all I've been doing is playing Pokemon Y is the one I have. My brother's playing the other one, and we're going through it together, so that's been good. And then a lot of Pokemon Go, since I just got a new phone a couple weeks ago. I've been a little obsessed with it, catching up with the rest of the world. Yeah, but, you know, so not having, like, a place where you live, and also not having Wi-Fi, surprisingly, makes it difficult to play games. So I mostly just play my 3DS on the L train sometimes, which can be kind of weird. And that's it. And it's really uncomfortable, especially because I'm supposed to be, like, writing about games, and I'm like, well, I haven't played any for a long time. So that's where we're at.
I don't think I've ever heard anyone call it the L train.
It's usually
the L? The L or the train.
I'm new here.
The L train.
Yeah. I don't know.
It also sounds like you're saying the train, like the L train.
The L, oh, like L.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So,
whatever.
Well, so do you think for you then, is it just a matter of time of just getting the consoles back? Or, because then I know after that you're going to start working, so, like, I don't know. I guess, is there something on your radar to play next? Or are you just floating in space? It's not a No Man's Sky reference, but it could have been. It could have been.
There's a lot of games I really, really want to play right now, but a lot of them so there's a couple of issues regarding your question, so as far as working goes, I'll probably be doing a lot of freelance writing, and so while that's picking up, that can be kind of weird time-wise. I'm not really sure how much of a time commitment it is because it's new for me. And then on top of that, the finances have to be there to buy new games,
Right.
So I don't have a lot of games that I own currently that I haven't played yet, which is kind of weird because I usually do. So I kind of need to get new games, and most of the games I want are way too expensive. E3 still has me all sorts of ways because I want all these things I can't have. And
But a lot isn't out yet. A lot of it isn't out yet. It won't be out for a while.
I do want to get the PlayStation, though. I'm not really a PlayStation person for the most part. I talked about it before, but I want the PlayStation 4 or whatever incarnation comes after it. So that's kind of an expensive commitment. And then anything else, really, I'm interested in a lot of indie games, but also a lot of AAA games that I just haven't experienced yet. So once the finances and the time is there, I think I'll be able to get back into it. I'm not sure. I don't know when that's going to be. Yeah, but for me, a lot of it has to do with I have a hard time enjoying a game when I'm super stressed because I want to be able to immerse myself in the game, but I can't because I'm thinking, oh, I have to pay this bill, and oh, I have to call this person back, and I need to find out what I'm doing tonight for dinner, and all this other stuff. So that's hard for me to enjoy a game like that. I don't know if it's the same for you, or if you have any experiences with playing games while you're stressed out.
Yeah, I think the main thing that has had me pulling away from games is one, I think, how solitary it is a little bit because I get home and I kind of want to talk to my family and things, and I think they kind of want to talk to me, so I don't really end up having a lot of time to play games since most of the games I play are single player, and co-op can be hard too because then you have to line up schedules if you're working on stuff. Yeah. So, I did get through a decent amount of Overwatch. I've been able to Overwatch pretty frequently. That's been something. It's and it's nice because it's quick. You can stop whenever you want. I think for me, it's not so much that I can't play when I'm stressed out. It's just that the amount of time it takes. I feel like I'm not really gonna, if I'm not really making progress in the game, to me there's not really a point in picking it up. I can't pick up. I don't like picking up a console game for 30 minutes. And it's weird because sometimes maybe I will play it only for 30 minutes, but I don't like playing knowing I only have 30 minutes, feeling like I have a time crunch. Which is why the last game I did play, which was episode 1 of Life is Strange, was so nice because I carved out, I kind of set aside some time for it, maybe on a Friday or something, or when I think I was still training for work, so I didn't have a lot to do. Because I played through that, I knew I wanted to do that on one sitting because of how it is, and I knew that the game was a few hours long, and for me, you got probably added one more hour because I just look at everything, and I take a long time for those games. Right. Yeah, and that was nice. Yeah, so I also like having that immersive experience. I guess I either want full immersion or almost no immersion. So a game I have been playing pretty consistently has been Super Mario 3D Land on the 3DS. I beat the regular campaign. I'm working on the secret worlds that open up, and I just want to finish those and get all the coins in at least the secret worlds, all the 3 gold giant coins. So that's okay because I can just open that up and play that right away, and they're level based. So max a level takes a couple 100 seconds if you can beat it. So that's been good, and it's been something I can play in the commute. So I've been really drawn to handhelds lately. I just love how easy they are to you can just pick it up and play it. And there's something about sitting down in front of a console and getting ready to play that feels really, I don't know, not, I guess, serious to me. There's more weight to it. Yeah. But sitting on my sofa, flipping over the 3DS, there's something nice and comforting and quick about it.
It's a little more casual.
Yeah, and that's what I've been more working on lately, and that's kind of been my main focus, getting through that game and then moving on to other stuff. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what I should do next. Because it's important to me, to carve out time for games and make sure that's something I'm doing pretty regularly. It's as important to me as trying to read more often, which I also don't do enough of, even though I'm an English graduate. I don't know. So it's important, but it's also difficult to find how to fit it into life sometimes. So for you, do you have any plans moving forward, or?
To fit it into my life. That's harder. I think it's harder. A little bit harder. I know. And this is something I've been thinking about a lot because I know I'm going to buy ReCore, and I think I can probably review it for Big Cultures because I've been talking about this game for a year. So I think everyone would give me the review, but if I get the review, I know I have to beat it in a day or 2 days max to write the review, and I don't know if I can actually do that or if I want to do that. So that's something I've been struggling with. I think I might do that for that game just to if I don't commit, I feel like I won't get through games. and then I just will be stuck in not gaming. I think for me too, and this happens a lot, even when I wasn't busy. Sometimes I just don't know where to go next, and that's probably why I got the PS4, like kind of on a bit of an impulse, because I'm just not sure like where I want to go. I have like Sunset Overdrive that I haven't finished, so that's there, but like I have to like really feel like I want to play a game, and I guess nothing's really sticking out right now, even though I'm sure there's a lot I haven't played. And then there are stuff that's sticking out, but then it's like stuff that I don't know if I'll like, that does cost a good amount of money, so I'm like, do I want to buy this? Do I want to download this? Like, is this going to be worth like I have so little time and money that I want to like invest in this kind of thing. Like, I have to know what to pick. Right. And right now I don't know what to pick, so I'm just like standing there trying to figure it out. So yeah, I might play Slime Rancher. I saw that. It's on Xbox Live. Like, that looks cute. I'm like, that's cool. I'll play that. I like cute games. So yeah, I guess that's and now that I think Life is Strange is hard copy. We had a debate about this before we started this episode.
I'm sure you're right.
I think I saw it. Like, it must be real.
I just haven't seen it. Yeah.
I haven't never seen it before until like a few days ago. But I'll probably get that because I did like that game, and it's very chill and it's interesting, and I enjoy that a lot. So I think that's probably on my radar moving forward. And I'm gonna get PlayStation Network account stuff. So I'm gonna hit up probably the free games on that. Okay. And I think that those are my next steps.
That's a good way to go.
Yeah. What about you?
So I think I'm probably going to use part of that plan. Definitely trying to sort of hit up some more of the free games, especially when I get my Xbox One back in my vicinity. I have a lot of games that I downloaded with my Xbox Live membership that I just haven't played yet. So I guess when I was talking about games that I don't really have games that I haven't played yet, it's not true. I just forget they exist because they're digital, and that's a whole other topic. Yeah.
That's another reason this sucks. We could just easily trade games. Because you're talking about, so many games I haven't played. I'm like, just take my games, and then that's why I like physical. Because, look, I can just give you... Like, I really want you to play Ori, and I guess you do have it on your Xbox, so that's fine.
Because Catherine had it,
right, because you got to share it. But, like, if you didn't, I'm like, I could just give you the copy. And now I know it's hard copy, but it wasn't before, so... right, it's just easier.
Yeah. So, I mean, but I think I'll probably do a fair few of those. Some of them were really interesting. I have to go back through that. And there's some games that... I want to complete more, you know what I mean? Like, I played them, but I want to, like, complete them, because I think there's a difference. I've also been playing around with this idea of, like, self-care Sunday. I know I mentioned it to you before, but for me, a lot of that might be gaming, because, like, self-care Sunday would be, like, not doing any work, which is hard to carve out time for anyway, but if you just take the day and you're like, I'm just not going to do any work today, get a lot done that way. So I would do a lot of, like, writing for me instead of, like, for, like, clients or anything like that, and then some gaming and whatnot. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Also, there was this one game that I think is free that I saw on one of the Bit Cultures articles. I don't know if you saw this one yet. It was like I think it was like top 10 games based on animes or something like that.
Yeah, I saw the list. I just haven't like leafed through it as much.
Right. Yeah, I was glancing through the other day. There's this one game that I really want to play. I don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but basically the premise of the game is you're a schoolgirl in Japan, and your goal is to murder all your competition for this guy you like. And I'm like, that sounds amazing! And it looks super violent. So that I think is free. I'm not positive, but that might be my next.
Do you know the console?
It's a PC, I think, PC game.
Oh,
I'm not sure.
Of course it is.
It might be on that too. I don't know. It's
okay.
Computer game.
It's fine.
So I'm not sure.
Yeah,
you'll get a
I've
PC
been thinking about getting a PC. Well, I want a PC. It's just it's a lot of money, and I just got a PS4, so it's like, come on, like, are you gonna play these games? You're gonna buy. That's another really bad habit I have that. And I could do a whole separate video on this, just like for myself personally. Like, I own so many consoles, but I play/own so little games. Like, everyone else I know, they're like, I don't have that many games for my PS3. I only have like 30. I've had like maybe like 12 or something. Like, I like really don't. I don't know how that happens. It just doesn't. I think, or it just does happen. I think there's also not too many games that like I feel really drawn to. So I end up just not really buying a lot, which I guess I'm fine with. Like, that's like how I play games.
Right.
But yeah, I guess it can lead to a lot of like empty nights of gaming where I don't actually like play anything.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I feel really downtrodden.
I know, this is kind of a depressing video. If it's any consolation to you guys watching, we are heading to the arcade after this.
Yeah.
So we're definitely getting our game fix in. I think it's just, for me, I guess just like building my like almost resume of the games I've played. Like, like having some stuff that I've been working on that I'm working towards, rather than just like, Pokemon Go, Overwatch, arcade stuff. All that stuff's fun, but I want to feel like I'm making like more tangible progress as a gamer.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't feel bad if you are also in kind of a game slump. It happens to everyone, and this is like basically what we love to do more than anything. So it happens to the best of us.
Yeah, we'll get back to it.
Mhm.
So, yeah. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next week.